Hey, hey, how are you? Welcome to the show, everybody, peeps. Good to be back after our mini hiatus. Dawn, how are you? Oh, I'm absolutely spankingly gorgeous, fandabby-dozy, over the moon, and ready to brighten a day. The king. Oh, bless you. I was going to say the king of the links, but more accurately, I'm probably the queen of the links. But hey, who cares? The regal link maker. Uh, we've got a fun-packed and exciting show today, have we not? Yes. Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to that. We've got lots of questions to ask. We've got loads of information to impart upon our glorious friends watching at home. And and then of course we've got a wonderful Kate May, the gorgeous, glorious Kate May coming over with her new weekly feature for this brightened day of the tarot scope. So that's really exciting as well. Absolutely. It's absolutely exciting. And of course, she'll be joining us regularly every week to give us that tarot scope. So it's that feature that we've got. And, I think Richard probably one day will add a spiritual chef into the mix as well, so that we can be the full magazine. Absolutely. We can come on and brighten every day.
Bring her on. Well, we'll bring her on later. She has, if you're in Cosham, if anyone is in Cosham,
Yes,
she has the Mystic Coffee Lounge.
indeed. The Mystic Coffee Lounge in Cosham is quite well known, I believe.
Yes, I
Well,
had heard it before I knew about her, actually.
Exactly. Well, there you go. So her reach is far-ranging. I mean, I'm up in the middle of nowhere in the Fens, and even I'd heard of it, in my landlocked world of being in the flatlands in the middle of East Anglia, and I'd heard of it. So, it's really quite exciting.
Yes. Middle Earth, I believe they call it. Sorry, Richard. Oh, Polly.
Ooh.
Every 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday, Polly! Wonderful. And as everyone at home can see, we've been practicing syncing our gestures and gesticulations and reaching out to everyone in unison, because we do that. So perhaps we should say hello to those watching as well.
Hello, first of all, to my mum. Good morning.
Hello, Mum.
Who's that young lady next to her?
Oh, speaking of which, hello, Mum. Hello, Linda Brown.
Linda.
Good morning, Mum.
Hello, Mum, again. Yeah, my mum's in there in the other room.
This is a family show, quite literally.
Kathleen Boyle. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning.
Good morning to you too. And we've got someone watching on YouTube as well. Terry Louise, good morning to Nick, Dawn, and Richard. Good morning to you, Terry. Welcome, darling.
We have Fiona Rosen. What?
Oh,
lovely.
Fiona Rose.
You've got a hard one. Good luck.
The roles are reversing. Okay, so Salvador G. RMS.
Oh, not bad.
I think. If I got it wrong, I apologize, but I gave it a good go. Hi, everyone. Greetings all the way from Quezon City in the Philippines. Welcome to the Philippines. Hello.
Tony Swindles. Hello, sir.
Well done, Saturday night.
Yes, fabulous.
If you didn't see the show on Saturday night, go into the Facebook page and go playback, because he's a good man.
Absolutely. And remember to like and share.
Absolutely. Oh,
Christine Davies. Good morning, Nick and Dawn. Good morning, Christine.
morning, Christine. Sam O'Neill, good morning to you. Welcome. Hello, all, he says, or she says. I don't know. That's a gender neutral name, so I apologize for assigning one. Hello to Sam.
Benny Ty. I love the name Benny. That's so cute. Good morning, all. Lovely hats. Thank you. Same to you, my love. Who's next?
Ooh, where are we?
Oh, we've got Linda again.
I'm not going to read that one out. Actually, you can have that one.
Happy birthday! Oh my goodness! Of course it is. I knew that. Happy birthday, Nick, for Thursday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you. Good evening, friends.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much.
We have Sharon Langlands. At last succumbed. Oh, at last. Oh, I thought it said she succumbed out here. It says sun coming out here. I hope you haven't succumbed.
I'm going to shut my mouth before I get myself in trouble. Thank you, Sam.
She's a girl. Congratulations to your parents. She's a girl.
Oh, the root. Of course. I didn't recognize the picture because it's a big S, you see. That's what YouTube does, though. It confuses.
I know. If you can't see the picture,
yes, the runes. And I've shared your show as well, you know. Smack my hand, darling. I apologise.
Don't worry, I'm in the same boat.
Kate O'Mahony, good morning, all. Another prayer for hope that I might get genders and recognise people I know, right?
Just say they and they.
Yeah.
Stacey Shaw, good morning, Richard. Let's pop back. Good morning, Richard, Nick, Dawn, and everyone. Good morning, Stacey.
Good morning, Stacey.
Lovely to have our regulars. Lovely to have our brand new people.
Absolutely. Good mix. Good mix. And thank you, everyone, for my happy birthday wishes. You know, I was trying to avoid it because I'll be 44, but there you go. Never mind.
Well, be grateful to be 44. Be grateful that you're here, my love.
Absolutely right. Absolutely.
Now, so I think we better start talking about our topic, don't you?
Absolutely, doodly do.
Good morning to Joanne Garden in Newfoundland. Good morning.
Wonderful.
Good morning, and to everybody else who is joining us this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Let's brighten some days.
Let's do that.
Now, the topic I believe that we're going to talk about today, which is quite fitting considering we spend our morning with a voice in our ear, is angels and guides. Absolutely. What inspired that this week, Dawn?
Well, do you know what? I have had as many people throughout, there's nothing unusual about me. I've had a very challenging week. It's been a time of a bit of distress. I'm not trying to put woe is me, but there's been a time of distress, and in times of distress it's been through the ages. People have either seen a column of light or they've had some kind of inspiration which they've classed as a divine inspiration, something other than themselves, something of a higher ilk than themselves. And it's not the thought that it is spirit, it is our loved ones, but it is the overwhelming feeling of peace, and that feeling of knowing that you are. Many people report of a feeling of knowing they are safe. They all of a sudden just feel like the weights lift off their shoulders. And I have felt that, and I have needed it, you know. And it's just like with the spirit world, you send a thought out and they come, but they have their limitations.
Yes.
You know, within free will.
Absolutely. The governance of free will watching over. And yes, I appreciate that we have to experience things from time to time. And that's all part of the mix. But you're absolutely
they can't
right.
take it away from you. They can just Help.
Ease the burden. And this is it. I mean, when I close my services, I always end the prayer with, we ask not to move the mountain, just give us the strength to climb. And yes,
Amen.
I did steal it from a song
That's good.
from the 50s. And it's a
I'll let you have
wonderful,
it.
you know, so it is a wonderful way of reminding us that there is aid, there is help. And I think the likes of Michael and Gabriel and even Metatron would forgive me for saying that, you know, when it comes to the angels especially, there are so many more than the names that we recognize, the names that we know, working and beavering away in the background,
Absolutely.
getting things done. And that certainly applies to, you know, our guides and our inspirers and our helpers, especially our poor doorkeepers who we always keep so busy. And everyone has guides, whether they know it or not.
Yes.
And those guides are always working away in the background. And those angels that are not recognizable, majestic names, they're always doing their job without any want for any praise or any notoriety, just because it's the right thing to do. And I think we must always acknowledge that there is always someone beavering around in the background, getting things done.
Yeah.
I mean, when you suggested it, I was talking to someone this morning, and you know, I was talking about something that happened to me at work during the pandemic. We had a couple of scientists. I stayed in work overnight,
Right.
and we had these scientists wandering around, testing the movement of air particles in air-conditioned and refrigerated environments to see what the pace of development of that was. And that research was done in the dark, literally in the dark, while everyone else was sleeping, and no one's ever heard about it, you know, and all that went on, and no one will ever know that they did that. But it had a help and impact on the physical world. And that's exactly what angels and guides do. They quite often work in the dark, in the background, unseen, while everyone else is sleeping, trying to do what is right for us all. And I think that is really, really quite important. Now, I know that there will be many views with our viewers at home, and that's exactly what we want. And in actual fact, I will add another mention for all those that are watching late, as in not live, watching after we finished and paused. Do get your comments on as well, because it will be up for discussion and debate, and we'll draw reference to it. And I know Dawn does, and I know I do, look in and see what is being said after the fact as well. So everyone at home now, what's your thoughts? Everyone who's watching this now, but it's later, what are your, yes, absolutely, what are your experiences? What are your thoughts? What is your desires, thoughts and feelings about this? I think it's a wonderful, broad-ranging topic that does tie in with the fact that quite often we get a voice that beavers away in the background, unseen to the physical world, speaking into our ear and giving us that direction and thought.
Dulcet tones.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I spoke earlier about the delightful Joanne Lewis, our fabulous editor of our magazine. And without further ado, let's bring her on. Hello, Joanne.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, Dawn. Hi, Lee. Thank you for that fantastic intro. You'll have my head growing.
It's all deserved. I know that for sure.
We know you work very hard.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And quite often in the background and unseen, and you know, so it all does tie in. And I know you're here to have a chat with us today about the magazine, which is, you know, such a wonderful thing. So how have you been first, though? How are you?
I'm fantastic, loving your conversation about the angels, because I've was left a feather when I was cleaning the church the one day. There was nothing on the floor, nothing that you'd say there was a feather, but I'd made a sweep with the brush, and I looked down and there was a feather there. a nice big white feather. And I'm a big fan of the angels. I ask them to help me with everything in life. So yes, I love the conversation. Yes, I am the editor of this Spirit Life magazine. Absolutely beautiful magazine. I'm trying to encourage people, the body, not authors, to come along and give their impression of what their spiritual journey was, give a bit about themselves, because we all want to know. It's nice to hear other people's interpretation of what they've been through spiritually, because we all go through things in different ways and everybody's unique. Definitely. I think we're frozen.
We've lost
whilst
I've lost Nick and Dawn.
We can still hear you, Joanne.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
We can still hear you. So she probably can't hear us. But these things.
We'll bring her back in a minute.
We certainly will. Once she catches up, we've seen it before when you go all really doobie excited, speedy, and it's one of the wonders of modern technology. But I know Joanne will be back to talk about her requests for submissions and the wonderful magazine that really is quite
perhaps somebody will come in with a nice article on angels.
Absolutely. And of course, whilst we're waiting for Joanne to come back, don't forget to interact, to get involved. Give us your thoughts and feelings on those angels and guides.
Absolutely.
And of course, during the day, during the show, both Dawn and myself will be beady-eyed watching to see names pop up that might inspire us. Absolutely. And then connect with and give a message. And of course, let's not forget that at some point during the show, we will be sharing the tarot scope from the lovely Kate May.
Yes, we're calling it tarot scope, aren't we?
It's lovely.
I know, I like that.
Wonderful. It is, and it is brilliant. We've seen a snippet, so it's really quite exciting. We still do not have Joanne back at the moment.
That's all right. Okay. Michelle Rose
spoken. Yes.
She says, my guides let me know in different ways that they are with me. And if I call on them for help or guidance, I get it. On days when I might be finding things difficult, they remind me they are here for me. That's lovely. That's lovely.
Absolutely.
You won't always get it. You might not always get it in the way that you would want it, the way that you would choose, but you will get the help and guidance that you need.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I was first told when I came into this way of life is to, the desire to get everyone to be as mediumistic as they wish, not to keep people down, but to inspire people to go for it themselves, get those messages and that contact themselves. And we all have guides. So, talk to them, let them know you're listening. And Maxine Entwistle, I love that.
Fabulous. I know.
Maxine Entwistle says, my dad died last week. I'm sorry to hear that. He kept saying home and had a tear. I have read around this and it is believed that it means going back to eternal life. He's
with me.
He smiled and winked at me. He's gone. Oh, bless you, Maxine. It is hard to lose someone so close, but I'm sure he's around.
Yes. I don't want to come if Joanne's back on. But anyway, Maxine, can I? I don't know if it's too early to bring him through for you, or how you feel about it. If you're happy to work with me, I'll just give you a little of what I have. But I don't really want to start unless you're comfortable for me to do that, as it is so, only last week. So if you let me know, then I'm not going to begin unless you. So, people have asked, haven't they? How many angels are there actually?
Yeah.
And we've got some bad flag, haven't we, in the background? I can hear a lot. We have, throughout time, you've got them in Judaism. Maxine said it's fine, good. You've got them in Judaism. We have Islam. We have Native American Indian. There's always some kind of reference to them.
Absolutely.
And I did have a quick look, and it says a vision was given to the Apostle John. including a glimpse of hundreds of millions of angels. So if we're ever wondering how many there are hundreds of millions of angels, all working away.
Yeah.
So if you think that your prayers are not being answered, or that someone is not listening when you're in the greatest of pains, there has to be someone listening. And that is just, but let me say, that is my opinion. Obviously, it's what I've read that's what happened to John the Apostle. But the idea that that you would be heard, that is my opinion. But
and in actual fact, one thing that I'm reminded of when it comes to angels, the old question of how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. As many as want to.
Yes.
And if a person has only been past a week and they want to come through,
yep.
As Maxine has said, that she's fine to have a message.
Fine to hear from him, yeah.
I'm sure if he wants to, he would, just like those angels dancing on the head of a pin.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So Maxine, darling. Okay. I can taste toothpaste and water together. That's lovely. Right, Maxine, the gentleman I have coming for you, I believe it is father, but he also brings through a younger boy as well. So whether this is his grandson or not, but he's talking about him. And the father I have, he comes, the father figure I have, he comes through as quite tall and quite slim, as I can see him. And I feel he's talking, show me the color blue. Okay. I don't know if Nick is connecting as well, but he's showing me the color blue, and I'm seeing a blue cardigan. I'm seeing blue knitting as well with blue, and blue to me, I don't know what it means to you, obviously, but to me, blue is the color of communication. So he has been trying to get through to you since the very before he left you, before he didn't leave you, before he passed to spirit. He was trying to continue to comfort and to speak to you, and he is continuing to do that onwards. It's as if he never left. He never stopped. Okay, Maxine, if you understand this to be your dad, please let me know. I also have
yeah.
You got that now? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the throat, and there's stuff happening around my head as well. There's like it's like heat and some kind of discomfort in the head. But I don't know if it's headaches or something happening in there. But in the chest, I don't want to say I was a smoker, although it's hard to say because I got it all in the chest, but I don't feel I actually was a smoker.
It feels like it, and you know, for me, I'm feeling that all the way from here down to here, and it's building up in my chest, just above the diaphragm. So
yeah.
that there is that feeling there, and that horrible feeling of indigestion. But it's going back to what Maxine said about home. That was when it really grabbed me, and I'm sure it was around about the same time for you.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I keep going, home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is, and it's as though, yes, I am home. I mean, I hear so many mediums call it that, and I think it's a beautiful expression. I am home, but I'm always home with you because home is where my heart is, and that's I can now
constantly wanting to communicate.
Yeah, the communication level. It's jumping between, but I, as well as that feeling in the chest, I've got butterflies because
in my stomach.
Yeah, I feel very excitable.
He's desperate to get through, isn't he?
Yeah, and he was that kind of personality. It was, and I
let
just have to.
Getting this, Maxine.
Yeah, going to say, let us know that you can get this. But that I feel very, very dizzy, and what I'm getting
in my ears.
Yeah, that woozy dizziness, apart from excitement, is also that feeling.
She said
Yeah,
he had a bad chest in the end. Yeah.
yeah. That wooziness is that feeling that I had as I was letting go, that letting go of the physical and lifting up and rising up. But it was made. It was made easier by your presence, not harder. It was as though you were encouraging him rather than holding him back, which I really, really hard, but really, really beautiful. And it's that tornness that you would have as a daughter,
Yes.
of allowing him to be free, but also that love to allow, and that knowledge. Actually, he says you are a wealth of knowledge about this way of life, and he learnt so much from you, and vice versa, I'm being told. But absolutely 100%, that core message of home is where the heart is. Also something about hats. I know there's a phrase of wherever I lay my hat, that's my home. But there's some kind of memory link with hat and laying of the hat down. I'll leave that one with you. I don't know if you've got anything else, Dawn. I'm sure.
I think he held you. Did you hold his hand? Because he's talking about she says, oh sorry, it was a beautiful passing. Yes, he did encourage him to leave. I did encourage him. Yeah, you held his hand. He's talking about you feeling his hand and you wanting to remember what it felt like to have his hand in yours. That's a memory that he has and that you share. And before Joanne comes back, sorry, when he brings through the boy for me, he wants to talk about the love of football. And I've got an old-fashioned ball as well, a proper leather ball as well. He's showing me. The chest is coming back through again. And he must have had a problem with his nose as well, with breathing with his nose as well. What's that?
True with the hand.
Very true with the hand. Lovely. Okay. Wonderful. So and there's been a hearing problem. Something wrong with his hearing as well. Because he's mentioning the ears to me. He comes through with so much excitement, and he wants to talk about the sunny day. He felt, yes, he had a flat cat. Beautiful. It must have been a sunny day. What's that? Yes, thanks, Jake, my son. He loves football. Thank you. It must have been. I feel like it must have been a sunny day when he passed, because he's showing me sunlight streaming through the window. Okay, and that's what I see, and that's what I need to, and I need to leave you with the sunlight streaming through the window. He wants to remind you of the sunlight, just to uplift you. Okay, and I'm going to leave you with his love. God bless you. God bless you. It never goes away, but it does get easier.
It does. It does. I always say, and it's almost been 2 years since we lost. The day after was very beautiful. It's been 2 years since I lost my dad. Don't get me wrong, there's never a day that goes past when I don't think about him. And I quite often get reminded, especially because he used to hang around the church so much. He still does. It never gets better, but it does get easier, and you get better at managing it.
Absolute pleasure.
Bless you, Maxine. And my views are this: the difficult and painful memories are always replaced by the fun, happy ones, and the silly jokes, and the naughtiness, and the laughter, and the love.
Yeah.
Always.
Absolutely.
So, a quick question to the voice in the sky: do we have Joe back?
Her internet connection was weak, so she's going to try and start her PC again. Okay.
Fabulous.
Okay, so go on then, Nick. I'll let you say it. You say it, please.
Oh, are you sure? I don't mind. It's
age before beauty.
Oh, I'll let you have that one. And don't think I didn't hear that laughter in my ear, mister. So friends, and now a really exciting new feature for a new show. Really excited to this. Let's hand over to Kate May for Tarotcast, the Tarot-scope. Let's see what the future has in the Tarot-scope. What do we have in store, my lovely?
Hello and welcome to this week's Tarot-scopes. My name is Kate May, Modern Day Mystic, and we are looking at Aries. Okay, Aries, the first card for you is the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups comes as a loss card and an emotional card. Fives in the tarot are challenging. So you could be finding that your emotions are challenged this week. What's really important with this card is that you try and look at the cup that is half full, not half empty. If you've been through some emotional stuff at the moment, if you've been through some losses, you've got to understand that grief process can take time. But equally understand that all is not at a loss, that there is still some hope around you. You could easily spend your time looking down when really you want to start looking up. So this is the week to make some changes around you on an emotional state there. Try and think about positive situations that maybe have come out of a negative situation, and do understand that there is some hope and opportunities, particularly to do with friendships, particularly to do with relationships. There's going to be some hope coming in here around you. It's easier said than done, Aries, but you do need to look up rather than look down, and that will bring you to a whole new world. That will bring you to things coming in full circle for you, attainment for you, and help you travel from one phase into another, which will be a lot more positive for you, a lot more balanced for you, bringing you that attainment, bringing you that completion. So try and look at the cup half full, not half empty, Aries. Okay, we're going to move into Taurus now for the week ahead. Taurus, your quick tarot readings is, the first card that's come out is the Hermit. So this is a week, Taurus, for you to spend time thinking about things, contemplating things, thinking about things that you've perhaps put away, all those hopes and dreams, things that you've put in a little box. This is the week that you can start getting that box out opened, unlocking your dreams. Meditation, Taurus, is going to be really good for you this week, and just spending a bit of time out, spending some time in thought, doing things for you, not necessarily for everybody else, but doing some things for your own purpose there. That is going to bring you some great rewards, Taurus, particularly on a financial or secure level here. Family news could be coming in where there's better security coming in here, and things that you're working for on a long-term process. You've got to think about things for a while, not make a rushed decision in any way. Understand that building things take time, including building where you want to be, Taurus, is for a more stable and secure life. It is coming for you, it is coming, but this week it's very important that you just take that time out to think about what you want in the long term, okay? Let's move into Geminis now. Gemini, it's time to rest and recuperate this week. Put your feet up, put your mind to rest. If there's something that's been bubbling over and just consuming you a bit too much lately, Geminis, now is the time to really put that to one side. You're coming up for a busy phase, Geminis. Now, this indicates that you need to rest and recuperate so that you've got the energy and focus and drive to focus on what it is coming up. If you don't rest and recuperate now, you could find yourself in a bit of a pickle soon. So take some time out. If you've got a bit of a drama-rama situation going on, step back from it, Gemini. This card is all about pulling back, stepping back, and recharging your batteries. Then we have calm. Then we have whatever normal is, then stability. So we start to move from feeling that respite, starting to feel that it becomes more balanced in our lives, that it works in a more positive phase. If you're worried about something, if you're stressed about something, then maybe nothing that you can do about it. You might just have to go with the flow. But order resumes. Very much Gemini as well, perhaps getting involved in groups and organisations and teamwork and things to do perhaps even on a religious or spiritual nature there. But you need some rest before you get involved in that, because it's going to be a busy time. Okay, let's move forward into Cancerians. Your week ahead, Cancerians. You're moving into calmer waters. You may not know where you're heading, but you're moving into calmer waters. There's a transition period coming up for you Cancerians this week. Now things might have been a little bit challenging mentally for you, things might have been a bit hairy for you, but you're moving into calmer waters. Things are going to start to settle down for you. You've actually got some good help and good support your way. Now, but 2 mental cards, 2 sword cards coming in here, Cancerians. You've really got to think outside the box. You've really got to think where there's a will, there's a way. Sometimes our mind can trap ourselves. We can overthink things. We can block things. We can think we're not good enough. We can think we can't do this. But actually we can. And interestingly, this card, you've got the water moving into calmer waters. This card, you've just got a small pool of water here. Water in tarot indicate our intuition. So here you've really got to use your intuition. If you look here, she can't move, she can't get her arms free, she can't see where she's going, and she feels trapped. That's your mind making you feel trapped this week. However, if you use your intuition and think differently, you can actually waddle. She can get out of there if she wants to. So these cards are talking about breaking free from a situation this week, Cancerians, coming out of a difficult situation, but having to think differently, having to see things differently, and having to feel, use your intuition, how to break free from a trapped or blocked situation there. Your mind is super powerful, but if it is blocking you, then your mind can unblock you. Okay, let's move into Leos then. Leos, what do we have for you for the next week ahead? It's a busy week, Leos. Everything might feel up in the air. While it is up in the air, don't worry, it will all fall into place. Now, there could be lots of opportunities coming around you, Leos, and not all of them are clear cut. Some might be a little bit hidden. Some you may have to trust your intuition. There could be some news connected to religions or spiritual learnings, or speaking to people in a spiritual community even there for you, Leos. But this is indicating really that you need to look at how fast paced everything is moving. Look at what things are coming in super.
Hello. Who's that?
Hello.
Oh,
Welcome back, everybody.
Sorry about
Apologies.
that, folks.
Technical glitches. We do apologise, but we are back. We are bold,
Absolutely.
and we keep fighting. And that little voice in our ear that I was, it's irony really. We was talking about these voices that operate in the dark, in the background, working feverishly away to get things going. Has been doing so. The point and proof of that is that you can see us and hear us right now. So welcome back, everybody. Yes, please share, like, subscribe, let the world know we are back online. We are live.
Keep sharing, and become a VIP. Become
absolutely.
a VIP.
37 pence.
£37. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Yeah.
And we have
And
a
the
special guest. Ta-da,
Yes.
my baby girl.
Coco's come to be the guiding mascot
Wow.
of joining back the internet.
Absolutely.
So shall we have Joe back then and see where
go
we're
on.
up to? Joe, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Hey,
Thank you for having me.
Hello.
welcome back, my lovely. Good to see you. Now, I do recall we were talking about a certain magazine before the universe of internet broke us.
Yes, we was just encouraging people to go on to the website, have a read, get inspired, and leave a bit about yourself, because each and every one of you is unique. So we'd want to hear about what your experiences were with spirit and your journey towards spirituality. You know, we have got a few people that have been on and left reviews and their articles, like Sam Pert. He's done an article explaining his experiences with spirit, spiritual communication with us, and the different signs from spirit that we can recognize. And it's really interesting to see how much he's got to offer. And I'm sure everyone's got a budding author within them, you know.
Everyone's had their own life experiences, haven't they, on their spiritual path? Everyone has something to share.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Even you, Nick, you know, we would like
Even
you. Thank you, darling.
birthday for Thursday, by the way.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, sweetie. So yeah, I mean, if we wanted to submit an article, let's see, I listened earlier. I know the magic word now. If someone wanted to submit, what would they do?
They'd go on to the website, Spiritual Psychics TV. I mean, if you want to just Google it, all you've got to put in is Spiritual Life Magazine, and it will bring that article. It'll bring the magazine up straight away for you. Now you go in, you log in and your password, and then you get onto the magazine. You can submit your article, you can draft it while you're online, so you don't need to look and save it and go back to it, so you don't need to.
That's really good.
Straight away. So you go on, and you may take a week if you want, or well, hopefully not a month, you know. And then you submit the what you feel is right, and then I'll have a look at it and
you'll edit it.
Yeah, go through spell check.
Yeah, preferably if you can do that yourselves beforehand, it will save Joanne a big job.
A lot of time, and it's absolutely amazing. I've had some lovely articles. I mean, we've had one from Stacey Shaw. She's free, and she's done quite a few articles about how she's been dealing with depression, and that would help others that are going through the same like-minded things, you know.
Absolutely.
We all go down a pathway, and some people are able to deal with depression in different ways, and it just shows one person's perspective of how they dealt with it, and hopefully it'll help others.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I'm just encouraging everybody, because I've even wrote articles myself. I've done Spiritual Seekers Weekend. We've just been on.
Yes, Spiritual Seekers Weekend.
Yes, it was
an amazing time.
I had lovely food.
Always important.
Always important. And the shows were absolutely enticing. You know, you could sort of get lost in there. It was just, I had to have a notepad with me, never mind. Trying to remember everything, but it was an absolute blast. The day that I went was too short. I would have liked to have had the whole weekend. Maybe next time. We'll see how it goes, because it's a year from now.
That's it.
And then I've even put an article about how my little girl, when she left from Earth, before she came, she put her feet on the planet. She left while I was pregnant, and how me and her and her relationship in spirit is now, because she says hello to me and that she loves me every day.
That's so beautiful.
We have a beautiful relationship, even though she's passed, you know. So it's made me stronger and able to deal with it, knowing, because when she first came through, I cried for 3 days.
Of course.
But then that strength, what she did was heal me, because all that build pent up emotion that I was
You need
holding,
to get it out.
I needed to get it out. So it's amazing how people, when you're spiritual, it helps you being spiritual, because it shows you how to cope with life after death.
Definitely.
And you know that there is something there. So yeah, I want everybody to dig down deep and get their artistic impressions out and all their experiences, and get onto the SB magazine, Spiritual Life magazine, and go for it. Write down what your experience
Share your story.
It's your story. Share it with us. We want to know.
And it's completely free as well.
Yes.
Yes, and you can be an author for free.
Oh dear.
And there's this voice in my head that says that you can upload
Hold
audio,
on.
video,
Coco,
and
what's
pictures.
that? You can upload audio, visual. What's that? Really? Audio and visual. Upload, please. Go ahead.
Yes.
And Diane Tolhurst has just said that they're so precious, and I'm sure it's in reference to your daughter, which it really, really is. And for anyone who's experienced or had a loved one experience the loss of a child without their feet touching the earth, which can I just say is actually a really beautiful way of putting it.
Absolutely.
By the way, it gives people hope, and it gives people upliftment in a really, really difficult time. I've got 7 brothers and sisters who rose up to home in the same way, and I've met most of them, and one of them hangs around my niece and causes right royal havoc. I might have to share that story with you, Joanne.
You definitely did.
And it's just a wonderful way of, as you said, people being able to support each other, help each other, guide each other. We often forget that we are spirit in the living form. We are the living spirit. We can help each other in exactly the same way guides would, by sharing that knowledge. Absolutely. And your facility, the magazine that SPtv has provided, that you edit and make so beautiful, is our communication center, our way of reaching each other. We can do this in the world. And Stace says, thank you for the mention. And has just said that there's poems, philosophy, personal stories. Rachel has an article on there as well. Lots of good stuff. So, everyone at home, we're preaching to the converted, but keep it going. Anyone who's exactly. Anyone who's sitting at home saying, you know what, I couldn't ever do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Joanne just said so. And I'm sure she will give a really good tweak, a really good twist if you're worried about because I've seen it myself. So I know you'll look after people's words for them as well. Morning to Kim Byrne.
Yes, I'm just looking out there and seeing people.
Morning, Kim.
Everything does go through, obviously, our glorious editor.
It needs to be approved before it will go through.
But of course, give it a go.
So much worth it. Right, you're right, Nick. Absolutely perfect. Oh, I do like having you there.
Wonderful. So, tell us more about your Spirit Seekers weekend.
Oh,
other than the food.
Lovely. We when I first arrived, because I didn't arrive until the Saturday, I managed to sort of sit in and watch Ashley and Ivan do a where he called up budding mediums to show them how to help them in their ability to do mediumship. It was really entertaining. I've never seen nothing like it. I was like, okay, I was enthralled. It was nice the way they put things together. It was so professional. Everybody knew what they could do. They had a brochure that everybody could have, and you could choose from which different event you wanted to visit. What sort of tickled your fancy, if you can get where I'm coming.
Family show, please, Joanne.
But yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I managed to meet Ashley and a few of the other mediums while I was there, and Kim. It's amazing. It went all so quickly.
Oh, it's too quick. You need to go again next year.
Absolutely too quick. And as I said, the food was absolutely gorgeous. 3-course meal. What could you ask for? You couldn't ask for more, and it was top notch. So I would highly recommend anybody, and I have written an article on it. I'd recommend anybody who wants a spiritual weekend, who wants like-minded people, who wants to meet and be welcomed, to go along. The next one again is going to be in October, the 13th of next year.
March.
No, next one's in March.
That's Bournemouth, Richard. Yeah, they've got Bournemouth again, which is a bit further away from me.
Yeah.
Because I live in Birmingham, Stratford upon Avon was a bit closer.
So do they have different locations?
They do 2 different locations a year. Am I right, Richard?
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I just thought it was one. Okay.
So yes, I managed to meet the delicious Richard and Terry.
I've got a question. Joanne. I've got a question.
Yeah.
Is he 3-dimensional flesh, or is he really a 2-dimensional animated character that's got perfect hair and skin?
I have met him once. Or shall I say, I think he was a hologram.
I actually love the whole mystique about this voice. Most people have only heard the voice. I've had a Zoom call with him where I actually physically saw him once, but it was so long ago and I've slept so much that I can't actually remember what he looks like. And all I've got in this vision whenever he speaks is, whether it's on the screen or not, I can see this little animated character doodling around in the corner and in the background. It's quite funny. I'm assuming he is a human being and not a hologram or an animation.
He is definitely human. I thought he was shorter than that. What he actually was. So
yeah, I was quite surprised.
I was quite surprised that he was.
It's amazing what they can do with CGI these days.
And as this descends into something that would sound like a conversation in my living room, because I am very naughty, I don't want to get involved. I'm keeping my mouth deliberately shut so that I don't get as closed down, because it's bad enough we got cut off once. I don't want to have Richard sever me off for naughty language. But no, I love, and this is the thing that I think is really important. As soon as we come into each other's orbit, I mean, I'm still relatively new on the block here. I'm the new kid. It's just the way that everyone interacts, that warmth, that humor, that love. Is that the kind of experience you have with spirit seekers?
It is. Everybody sort of welcomes you nicely, and you could just go and sit at a table and talk to anybody, and they're not going to turn their backs on you. They're going to just welcome you without question. So yes,
we're all amongst those like-minded people. I think we're very blessed, as of those of us who class ourselves as spiritualists, or any kind of spiritual kind of path that you're on. I think we're very blessed in that we have that common theme, that common thread, the want to communicate, the knowledge that we've all lost loved ones. We all know what it feels like, and it's a very leveling thing in the world, isn't it? I think definitely.
It's nice to know that. I mean, I think most spiritual people believe that we all are one. So, there's no difference. Everybody's going through a spiritual journey to live. To go to experience different things. We've all got the same emotions, but we just experience emotions in different ways.
Absolutely.
And by the time we've finished, we've got to turn around and self-heal ourselves.
Absolutely.
Grow in wisdom and grow in enlightenment.
Absolutely.
That's what we're all for, isn't it? We're spirits. We always say we're spirit in a physical form. And, we're all going towards eternal progress.
Hear, hear.
What did Richard say then?
I'm going to say I missed it. Yes.
Ah,
December.
right.
Coming
So
up.
as we're talking about progress, yes. What day are we having that now, Richard? It is the same. Right, okay. On Saturday, the 3rd of September in Havant. What did I say? Oh, I thought I said
So on
December.
Saturday, the 3rd of December.
Yes. Yes.
Friends.
Yeah.
It's one of those days where we brighten your day and we don't mind making mistakes to cheer
If
you up.
we're brightening your day, we're happy with it.
And
It's
Kelly
fine.
Roquette certainly feels like we're brightening her day. So thank you, Kelly. So yes, Saturday, the 3rd of December, SPTV's Holistic Fair. I'm coming down. I'm going to come and see it. And it's going to be such a wonderful, wonderful event. So take a look on the Facebook page, the website for more details, more information, for directions, which would be helpful to certainly.
All the readers will be SPTV readers.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and Deb Clark is going to be doing a special demonstration of mediumship. That's Deb Clark.
Fantastic. Now that is something to look forward to, and I shall be there. So people, I'd like to get to meet the physical side of my SPTV family. Come on down. The price will be right. Joe.
Yeah.
Joanne, I have a question. Obviously, everything we do is for a reason. And I'm sure the people at home are wondering, why did you agree to become the editor of the Spirit Life magazine?
Well, it's something I've never done before. I've worked in different, I've had 13, 14 jobs throughout my career, my life of working. And Richard put it to me in no uncertain terms, very convincing. Would you like to be an editor of Spirit Life magazine? I took a day over it. I consulted with my guides, as you do.
Yeah.
And
the angels.
Yeah, the angels. And no, I was encouraged. This is the time. Go on, go ahead. It's a new experience, and you learn. I mean, it's free. I mean, I do it for free. Totally. We don't get paid for what we do. No. But it's the experience that you do it for, and learning, and I love it. It's great. I love word processing.
That's what floats your boat.
Absolutely, that is, and it's always a good way of. Experience is knowing what to do, as the song says, but I'm probably not allowed to say where that's from, unless anyone's watched an Australian comedian. They won't know. Ashley says, yes, loving the show, nothing wrong with the mistakes, we love them here. But it's good that we've got Joanne here to keep us in check, because she is the defender of keeping away the mistakes. Being an editor is part of the job of dealing with mistakes when they come. Also that of being a producer, having to guide and direct us. And we are surrounded by these. And once again, it goes back to that working in the background, working unseen. And this is a really great opportunity for people to hear about. I mean, we know you, Joanne, we know you, but it's a good opportunity for people to see you for the work that you do. And I think that's really, really brilliant. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Joanne, for all that you're doing.
I would have hidden, but Richard's not. He's not into us editors or admins hiding.
Correct.
You're all an integral part. Without you, it won't happen.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you, Richard, and thank you
so much
for having me, Nick. Thank you for having me, Dawn. I really enjoyed being here, and happy birthday, Polly.
Okay.
So we shall now have our adverts. It's that time already. So it's now over to that magic finger in the background to give it a quick stab, push that button, make it work, and here we are. Today's advert's back in 2. And thank you to Joanne.
And bye for now. Bye.
Right, we need to do some more readings.
Are you planning a paid spiritual event
well done,
or looking
Joanne,
for
that's
something to
lovely.
do this weekend? Then visit myspiritualevents.com. You can browse the
You'll have to
listing,
come
view
back
the
and
event
give us
details,
some- we've got
watch a
some more
YouTube
juicy
clip,
stuff.
look at a mini
More
gallery,
juicy, yeah.
select dates and times, pay for tickets using PayPal or your debit card. Organizers can register for free and start selling tickets within minutes, be it for their online or in-person spiritual
Yeah.
event. As an organizer, you will have access to your own admin dashboard, which will display information such as your income and your bookings, all in a simple and user-friendly display. It's free to use. Join and upgrade to an organizer.
I can't
Come and
see
visit
any
us
of
at
the- any of the
myspiritualevents.com.
comments at all.
My Spirit Life is a
Panicking
free
a little
online
bit.
interactive magazine for those who have an interest in improving their spiritual lives. Authors can upload images, videos, and
Go get
audio
yourself a cup
clips
of
to their
tea.
own
Thank you
articles.
very much
The public
indeed.
can place comments, rate the article, and follow the author. All articles are vetted before being published.
Ah,
For more information and to place your own article, please visit myspiritlife.co.uk.
MySpiritualDirectory.com is one of the fastest growing online free listing
Yes,
service.
right.
Our search directory
What's her
offers
show?
geolocation feature, rating ability, review system, map location, customer comment, YouTube video, gallery, social media sharing,
Heavenly
direct
Sparkles
contact
with
with the
Claire.
lister, simple online booking and payment system. It's free to register and use. It even creates your own mini web page, which you can update at any time, and yes, it's still free, no monthly or yearly fees. 100% free. Creates your own profile page. Add social media and other links.
We will be having it
Add a
again
mini
next week,
gallery
will we?
and a
Or is it-
YouTube video. Rating, reviews, and comments. Includes online booking and payments. So, if you're looking for a medium, or a reader, even a church, maybe a healer, or any other spiritual service, then visit myspiritualdirectory.com.
Claire, right. Coming on SPtv.
Join Matt and Kirsty tonight from 8 p.m. The
Oh,
show consists of
yeah.
answering your spiritual questions and offering free mediumship and
Okay.
oracle card readings. Tomorrow night
Oh,
from 8
okay.
p.m., join Claire Pasterfield for her
Heavenly
own show.
Sprinkles.
Claire will be offering
Claire
free
Pasterfield.
readings and advice via Facebook
Tomorrow.
and YouTube.
And we are back.
Hello, guys.
I hope you enjoyed those adverts. Now, really important reminder here. Don't forget tonight we have got Matt and Kirsty at 8 o'clock. I'm
Matt
sure
and
you saw it, but we
Yes.
will be with them tonight.
They're not here next week though.
No,
They're off in Ireland.
are
we won't get
having
them next
fun,
week.
upliftment, and laughter of their own, which is fair enough too. But of course, the new show tomorrow night, Claire Pasterfield's Heavenly Sprinkles. I'm excited.
I love the name Heavenly Sprinkles.
It's amazing, isn't it? I just love some of the quirks that we have in this SPtv
yeah.
family, and the names are just, they are the sprinkles on top.
Oh,
I was running a bit low on my
yeah.
on my dubious links, so I thought
You
I'd
were
better.
talking, weren't you, about a chef coming on? Perhaps you can use some sprinkles and put on some cupcakes. some lovely cupcakes for you.
Absolutely. A course on how to, oh, actually there is a way we could do that, the making of the tea, because let's face it, spirit ends with tea. We all gotta have our tea and coffee, so we could have someone making a cup of tea. How to make the perfect cup of tea for spiritualists. Yes, I do,
I don't
Richard.
really know what
And
to
on
say.
that fine fetid note,
Right, let's get on with some readings, guys.
so we'll have a look and see who's about, who's watching, who's listening, and feel inspired and drawn.
And I believe we're doing these one each rather than together.
Yes.
Okay. What's Neil Curry put? What do you call a tubby psychic? A fortune teller?
Neil, I love it.
That's
Absolutely spot on.
divine.
That's
Absolutely
brightened our
divine.
day.
That's definitely brightened my day. That's
Ah,
magical.
Wonderful.
Okay.
It's the her at the end.
Yeah. Let's have some names sprinkled onto the screen for
Onto
me.
the screen. Let's see who's about.
Diane Tolhurst. No, we're just listening to names because they're not coming up on the screen for us. So we're just listening at the moment. Oh, Lisa Joe. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel Lisa Joel. Who are you feeling?
You carry on. I'll be. You go for it, and I'll keep an eye out and see what's next.
Okay. Right. Sorry about the quiet moment. We're just watching the screen. Right, Lisa Joel. You happy to work with me, my darling? Right. I feel I have two spirits coming close, but the one I have coming close at the moment is a feels like she's on a grandmotherly vibe. Okay. And this grandmother, I feel like she had sisters as well. So she's talking about, because so this could be grandmothers, it could be auntie, but we've got sisters here. Okay. Let me know if you understand this as a connection for you, Joe. Sorry, Lisa Joe, sorry. Okay. There's a lot of laughter between these sisters. So they were obviously very close family. Okay. There was some breathing problem. She's making me go a long breath. So I know there was some breathing problems. And also something with the back of the mouth as well. Let me know if you understand that, Lisa. Okay. I'm not sure if there was false teeth. I'm going to say there was false teeth because I'm very aware of something in the back of the mouth. 2 seconds. Just get her to come a bit closer for me. Okay. She wants to come through to encourage you. At least this is right. Her grandmother had one sister, right? They must have been close then, because she's got there's a lot of laughter between them that I can hear. Okay. And she's coming through to encourage you. Okay. So there's a situation that you are going through. There is a time where you need a hand on your back, she says. Okay. A push forward, a hand on your back. Okay. Some encouragement and to lift you forward. Okay. She's saying to lift you forward. You're feeling that your hand has been forced. So something has had to happen without what's your hand been forced? Without your control. Okay. And she's trying to help you to get more to open your mouth and put yourself forward. Okay. She's right. That says, yes, I understand breathing trouble. She had dentures but did not wear them. I saw her with them once. Yeah. Okay. She really had a problem, and they would clack about. They didn't fit properly. So that's why she never liked wearing them. Okay. And she was also, there's also something wrong with the back of the mouth. Okay. She's showing me the actual jaw, like on an x-ray. Okay. So I know there was some condition, something wrong here. Okay. She was a lady who loved a good joke though. She always had a hearty laugh. She loved to joke. And there was also a very prominent giggle that she had as well that you would remember. They looked hilarious, she said. Yes, they looked it. Yeah, I bet they did. No, they didn't fit properly. Right. Okay. She's talking about water. She's making me pick up my glass of water. So I know that she was very, very thirsty and would have to drink an awful lot. Okay. So this would be something that you would hopefully remember. Okay. This was a problem that she had. And she says it wasn't long. The ending wasn't long. So I feel she would have passed quite quickly. There would have been some time where she was ill, but she would have passed quickly. She didn't have to suffer. Okay. She was a lady who had belief as well. She wasn't outwardly what you would call as a churchy lady, but she had belief in the world of spirit. She had a belief and an understanding of the angel of the spirit. Okay, as we do ourselves, and as obviously you do as you are here. Okay. She's shown me a matinee jacket. Okay, so she must have been quite so she didn't have to suffer. Oh, sorry, she didn't
have her faith
and had her faith. Wonderful. Okay, she made me do that then. So I'll come back to the matinee jacket in a minute. She must have had a cross. Okay, obviously I don't have a cross, but she had a cross that she wore around her neck. Okay, so a very thin, understated one. Let me know if you know about that. As I come back to you, yes, a matinee jacket. So I believe she would have knitted, okay, because she was a good knitter. She would have been good because, and also her sister as well was very good as well, because she shows me that she was able to knit children's clothes, okay, and she wants to remind you of the jacket, a bed jacket that she had as well, okay. Let me know if you understand about the connection to the knitting and the or anything else you understand there. I'm just trying to read the screen.
Another family member had cancer in his jaw.
In his jaw, right. This would be the X-ray then that I saw. Okay, thank you. Okay, and the need to drink. We have a real strong need to drink water all the time. I'm not sure about the cross, she says. Okay. I see a very thin, understated cross. My other grandmother was
a knitter.
Okay. Let us know. Perhaps she has the matinee jacket then, because it is very. She keeps showing it to me. Okay. And she wants to talk to me about red lipstick. Whether it's you that wears the red lipstick, or she's talking, and she wants to say that was me putting my best foot forward. Okay. Letting you know that everything is all right. There's a sense of calm that's just come over me as well from her, and it slowed me right down. Your grandmother wants to bring you calm and peace through a stressful time. Okay. I need to drink more water and less sugary drink. Oh dear. Okay, but this was a thing for her though. She needed to drink. Not sure about the jacket. Okay. She's still showing it to me, but I'm asking her to put it to one side now. As you can't understand it, but she's still showing it there. Okay. There's a cold breeze around your shoulders that you feel, and that is her coming close to you. Okay, cold breeze. Let us know if you feel a cold breeze, or if you haven't, that you will be experiencing it. And that is cold breeze that lets you know that she is around. Okay, she puts her hand on your head and calms you down. My knitting granny liked her lipstick. Yeah. It was kind of a way of saying everything is all right. I'll put my lipstick on. Everything is all right. Okay. Whatever situation you're going through, my love, know that your grandma is putting peace upon you. Okay. She's letting you know that everything is going to be all right, and that you need to put your best foot forward. Put your red lipstick on in whichever way you do it, as a meaning that you are going forward and everything is going to be all right. And don't let people force your hand. Go at your own pace. Okay. And just as a parting gift, I've asked her, she's giving you yellow and white roses, and they're perfectly formed, these roses. Okay. They would have been at her funeral, and they're also in the garden as well. Okay. All right. And I'm going to say, I hope you can take that, the flowers, and thank you very, very much. And I'll give you her blessings. She wants to give you her blessings as a parting gift. Thank you very, very much for working with me, Lisa. God bless you.
Oh, bless you, Dawn. That was lovely. Such a wonderful, wonderful, evidential and uplifting message as well. Always matters that in my view, always matters that both are there. So bless you, Dawn. That was lovely.
Lisa.
And Lisa certainly has responded with the same compassion and gratitude that I'm sure we all do for seeing your work. It's wonderful. So I'm under the impression that I've got to do some work now.
Next, my darling.
Rebecca Whelan, are you still there? Because I was very drawn to you. And I obviously linked in to see who was about. So if I may work with you, Rebecca, keep chipping, because I know what I'm like. As Richard would probably put it, he ain't half got a gob on him, so interject as quickly as possible. I have got a gob on me, I know, but at least
what comes out of it is gold dust, darling.
There are many who would disagree. Dust maybe, probably not gold, but you can polish it. So my friends, let's see where we're at. And yes, of course, thank you. As I link in with Rebecca's connection, I'm reminded that the instant feeling that I felt was this. It's really, really weird, because I want to say that he is a really calming, really masterful driving force, but there's also this naughty little wink in his eye as well that I can't help but fall in love with. It's amazing, this really, really excitable little glint. It's almost as though, for those that knew him, and I do believe I've got this father figure here with me, for those that knew him, he could never really pull off that sternness because his eyes gave it away. And it's just such a wonderful presence to feel, because I do feel much more in control. I do feel much more serious and sensible, but I don't feel that I've lost anything by being connected with him, which is a wonderful, wonderful feeling. As he drew closer, I was made aware of a number of, shall we say, random and not always connected aches and pains that I do feel thank you, slowed him down, and that sense of calmness.
Well, she says she's asking her dad to come through. It's probably him.
Thank
beautiful.
you. Bless you. He's such a great guy to work with, but he's also a little bit, that excitement of getting through. I feel when he used to get excited, he would become a little slapdash. I have to say, thank you for reminding me. I'm being told that either his name, or in connection with him and you, obviously, is the name David being called out. And I heard that quite plainly being yelled, actually. And I thank you. There is a joke behind the yelling of names. Thank you. I don't know whether it's like in my life, people tend to shriek names to get attention because we're always asleep. But there's this, thank you, sleep and names. Thank you. So it's almost as though you either hear
him so much, lost him in my teens.
Bless you. But there is that absolute joy that of coming through. But there's this calling out of names in the sleep. It's almost like either someone used to yell at him for being asleep, or he used to yell at you for being asleep, or even you hear him calling to you just as you're drifting off. You know that lovely gentle state where everything's at peace, and then obviously not so but there is this yelling of names, and the name of David as well I have to give you. I also have to give you the month of April as an anniversary. I also have to give you huge swathes of roses. Okay. I don't know whether you have had a birthday yourself or one is coming up, but there's something about a birthday celebration, and he wants to bring huge bundles of flowers. He used to feel that he used to have to make up for his absence, but especially with, thank you, with all the talk about the angels and the guides, that he's around. You're aware of him constantly, even though you question it consistently. He says she's got lots and lots of questions. She comes across as really switched on. She really knows her stuff, but she's got so many questions.
I don't know, David, but she has heard this before.
I see. Okay.
Find out.
That's something to.
She has heard voices. April is her mum's birthday. Wonderful.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
Lovely.
There.
Dad's birthday, 27th.
So there is.
He
obviously wants roses for his birthday. Day before me as well. He's beat me by one day. So we are fellow Scorpios, and I know he's reminding of that because of the compassion and the passion. It's almost like there's this mixed bag, which does confirm what I was feeling about this very mixed personality, but it tied in so beautifully well. And you take after him so much. You can be wild, you can be mad, you can be wonderful, but you are extremely he's so proud of your compassion, the way you share your life with others, the way you share that compassion. He's so proud of that. He's so uplifted by that, and he knows that you feel his influence, and he knows that he's been able to be a part of your life, not in the way he would have wanted, certainly not in the way you would have wanted, but he is still able to be that enduring connection with you, and
wherever Dad all the time.
And I have to say, I'm getting that feeling right back up here again. I don't think it's an emotional feeling. It is a physical feeling, right smack dab. It's like I've been pierced, literally. I feel like I've been pierced in the. You see those images of the Cupid and everything. I feel like my heart. So it may well be emotional actually seeing that image, but and he liked his songs. He liked his music, and I'm feeling once again a very eclectic with this. Thank you. That's the word I've been looking for the whole conversation. This eclectic personality, which you are as well, to be honest with you, Rebecca. And I see lots of interests and directions. And he says, in my physical life, I might not necessarily have agreed with you that much about this eclectic personality you have. But when it comes to, sorry, I do apologize. He's telling me off now.
Dad was a musician.
Well, we definitely love his music. Thank you for that, Rebecca.
Wonderful.
But it's this when it comes to spirituality and the eclecticism of that, he might not necessarily have been too interested or assured of that, but he is now, because he's seen. It's almost like this poetry, because he does speak poetically. I know he's a musician. I don't know whether he would have written songs as well, because I've got this poetic side of him that's saying, I saw the gates and saw every walk of life pass through it. I've seen priests, I've seen poets, I've seen paupers and princes. I've seen monks, and I've seen men with.
Oh, we've lost Nick for a moment. He's coming back.
These huge boughs of feathers. So I hope you didn't miss that. But all this wonderful poeticism of what he's seen in that way of life, and he just wants to confirm and reassure to you that you're all right and you're doing the right thing. And as a parting gift, okay. I don't know who's got it, but he just wants to take it off and go. Love you.
Oh,
say God bless you, and hope that was all right for you, Rebecca. And hope that Dad lets me off the hook for missing it. And you are eclectic. Thank you for that.
That was beautiful, Nick. Yes, I think he did. Yes.
If you could find some, that would be amazing. Wonderful.
That was beautiful, Nick. Really lovely evidence. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Ooh, well, what a morning / beginning of afternoon.
We had a little interlude where we where you lost us for a minute, but we were there in spirit.
Interludes and examinations is all part of the path of life. So he's still here. Not me. But it's been a real pleasure being back on with our SPtv family. Thank you again for your feedback, Rebecca. Thank you, Dawn, for looking after me. And certainly everyone give a really big thank you and a big pat on the back to Richard for getting us back on the air in spite of the digital catastrophe that could have happened. Those busy little fingers were there tapping away, getting us back in the cyberspace.
Oh, Rebecca says that was amazing and she needed that.
Bless you, Rebecca.
Bless you, Rebecca. Okay, so don't let us forget then that we have Matt and Kirsty at 8 o'clock. You can sing that one. And tomorrow you have Claire with the Heavenly Sprinkles.
Heavenly Sprinkles. So yes, Claire Pasterfield. That's Go ahead, special Nick. Evening for VIPs this Friday evening.
37p, get your 37p in there, people.
I'm a VIP now as well. So
Me too.
So
I've been a VIP for a long time, thank you.
Well, you know, you and what was that you were saying about age before beauty, darling? Patience returneth. You know, it really is worth it though. I've seen a lot go on in the VIP area, and it's a continuation of the SPtv family. Really, it is. It's just like the living room rather than the dining room. But you know, it's wonderful, and I do recommend it, and especially with events that are specific for VIPs, like this Friday evening coming up. And I look forward to seeing all of my lovely friends through cyberspace throughout the week, and I certainly look forward to being back here next Monday at 11 with my good friend Dawn, and of course Coco, who joined in as well. And of course,
she's woken up. She's laying on the floor. She heard her name and went.
Heard me. And of course, I look forward to my eardrums being majestically vibrated on Monday with Richard, keeping us on the straight and narrow, or at least trying to.
Not easy with you, Nick.
No, it ain't. So a big thank you to everyone, and a big thank you to Dawn for having put up with me. And I'll be 44 by the time we meet again. So you know, I'll be here. Scary stuff.
Oh, but you look like 24.
Oh, you schmoozer, you. Love you forever. Well, friends, that's us for the day. Thank you all. From me, it's a goodbye.
And from him, it's goodbye.
From all of us here at SPtv, we hope your day has been bright and continue to brighten each other's days. God bless you all. And remember, keep it SPtv.
It looks like we have though. Oh, we smashed it. That was fun then. Yeah, well.